Okay, today is the 21st of September, and Mary Love is showing us her newest organizational system. She has found these plastic bins, and now go ahead, Mary, tell people what you're doing.
Okay, they all your bins come in different,
Oh, we can't hear you.
all the bins come in different shapes.
Okay.
So if you have a wide bin and you want to put all of your different color, you can separate it into W's, the N's, and the C's. I personally didn't want all of them in the same bin, so I chose a slimmer bin.
I love this.
And then you pick this up, and it has handles on each end. So you can use it like this and look down on your product if you have these kinds of shelves, or you can stand them up so you can just visualize and see all the different colors. There you
Whoops.
go.
Well,
Just
now you're going to get to reorganize them. I've done that more than once.
so there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
then I
your
got
other, pull out your other shelf. Pull out the other one you just showed us with the mascaras and pencils.
oh now this I
Thank
just
you. That's what I was going to ask.
okay. Let me get that for you. Let me pick up my mess. I'll be right back.
All right. I
Oh,
know.
there we go.
This one can also be like this,
Okay.
laying down. But I found today, and I didn't see these the other day, these are plastic dividers that you
Oh,
just,
got it.
so you snap those in there, and then
Okay.
you can then separate different shelves of what you have. My
I love that.
eyeliner, my lip liner, my mascara, and these are my, oh, tinted brow.
Okay.
Kind of to go with the eye.
I mean, this is great. I'm always, my whole life, I've been looking for organizational systems for my products. I love
Well,
to be
this is
organized.
so cheap.
This is
Dollars,
cool.
and you get, I'll show you.
Oops, we can't hear you.
I'll show you what it looks like when you first pull it off the shelf. In a second,
Oh.
before you snap your shelves in.
Oh.
So you can snap your shelves at any depth.
But this is really good information. I
It
hope
really is.
I'm always looking for organizational. I found some stuff on Amazon that I'm using for dividers also.
Hmm.
But this is it. It depends on what your storage area is.
Right.
So okay, so this is what you've got. Okay.
Over to Walmart, you go along in the storage around where the laundry and hangers and all those things are. And this is
Oh, a slim closet bin.
and they come in different heights,
Uh-huh.
different lengths, different widths. They call them shoe boxes. Some of them have lids. But
Got
these are what I chose because I wanted the shelving, the dividers
right.
between.
I
Okay.
love that.
So there you go, girls. Get
Well,
busy.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Well, let's give Mary Love a hand. Woohoo! All right,
Woohoo!
Mary, thank you.
You're
Seriously,
welcome.
that is truly, truly helpful. And now we learned about using the marker on the end of the new lip and eye pencils.
Oh, yes.
So you use an erasable marker or one of those, whiteboard markers, and you just scribble on it, and then you wipe it off, and the color will stay in because it's imprinted into the lid. So the color will stay there. So and so my customers they get a color on the end of their box, which they don't really care, and they probably don't even notice. So whatever. So it's
Yeah.
a good way to do it. So, all right. So Mary, tell us just a little bit about your past week so we can hear some other great news besides your terrific organizational system.
Well, if I don't get organized, I can't sell it. I have to be able to know what I have. But so that's
I
where the first
I
part
get it.
goes. And the
Right.
other, and what really kicked this off, guys, was the fact that this woman called, we play cards together, and she said, Mary, I really do want to get some eyeshadow. And I said, okay. I said, I just learned more about how to apply eyeshadow. from one of our consultants named Maggie, and she is a great teacher. And she said, "Oh, well, can I come over tonight at 6?" I said, "Sure." So she comes over, she sits down. We play, well, she has a very small eye. I have a very big, big eyes. So she goes, "Well, no, I want you to do it." And I said, "No." And she kind of looked at me funny. I said, "No, if I do it, you go home and you say, 'Oh, I don't know how to do this.'" I said, "But now I'm right here and I'm going to teach you and you get to do it." Well, by the time she left here, she had bought $190 worth of things. Here's her bill.
That is fantastic.
I know. I mean, I taught her how to open her eye. Maggie's helped me learn that because she has these very tiny eyelids. And she just had a blepharoplasty, which means her eyelids were baggy. So the doc goes in and he tightens them up. Okay. And I mean, they weren't brand new or we wouldn't have been doing this. So they've healed, and now she wants to be able to use her shadow correctly. So she ends up buying mascara, under eye corrector, a volumizing eyebrow that looks absolutely wonderful on her because she's very much the same as I. She's blondish, reddish. Now I'm kind of blondish. I mean, this is all my natural stuff. And this is about the same color she is. And so I showed her, the brow tint. She went nuts. People who, if you show that brow tint, they're like throwing their pencils out. They're over it. They just take that little brush and they go along and they're just so happy. I mean, it's just like candy. And so she got that. And then she got 3 different eyeshadows, a perfect palette, a cheek color. And she said, "I've got to have that replenishing C and E." So by the time she went out of here, it was 188, almost $190 worth of stuff. But she's so happy, and I am too.
Well, and isn't that the point? And that is the atmosphere that you create. The atmosphere, Mary, that you create is having fun and loving that she's buying things. I mean,
I know.
it's like a gift. It's like a gift to her that she can buy things from you. And that is, I mean, talk about, are you pushing? No, I can't imagine you ever pushing. You just keep offering, saying with enthusiasm, going, "What about this? What about, oh, look at that." I'm just sure your enthusiasm is just increasing as the event goes on. And that is, but then she leaves happy, and of course, so do you.
Oh yeah, she was so happy she couldn't write checks fast enough. And then she goes, "Oh, I have to have C and E serum." And I went, "Okay, I've got that." And then she's like, "Okay, how much is that?" She gets out her checkbook again, starts writing checks. And I'm like, "Okay, let's see."
Exactly. Then I can't even wait to see those weekly accomplishment sheets. Oh, we're gonna feature you.
Oh, yes, bad me. I get so wound up with my QT office. I love it because
I
it
know.
tells me the whole bill. And
I
then I
know.
have their checks, which I
I know.
deposit.
I have
And,
I have a
but I will now go over to
I have a California customer. She's 93 years old,
oh,
and she just ordered 208 from me, but then she
yes.
called back and
Oh,
she said she needs another $50 worth. I went, okay. She does not want to become a consultant. She's 93. So I mean, yeah.
oh, I tell you.
So all right, so
Well,
let's give Mary a hand. We're gonna move along here. We're never gonna get our stuff done. So Melissa is listening and but not showing her cute little face. She's gonna start doing that soon, I guess. I hope.
Yeah.
So Melissa, tell us about your week last week in Mary Kay. What good news do you have?
First, I'd like to say hi to Ruth. I'm glad we get to see your face too. Sorry you
Yes.
can't see mine.
hi, Ruth. Me too,
Um,
Ruth. I showed her the brush. Oh my God, I love that brush thing. But I'll be quiet.
holder. So for my first official quarter, my fresh start, is that what you call it?
Great start. Great start.
Great start. Excuse me. Great start. I didn't I didn't complete it at a top tier, but I did complete it at Sapphire. So I was
The
pretty
thing is,
happy.
you not only you did your 1,800 wholesale, but you had 2 qualified recruits, young lady. So you
Oh,
actually you jumped from Sapphire to Ruby to Diamond. You are at the Diamond level. We're going to go over a little bit about Star Consultant tonight, about
okay,
how that whole thing is working. So,
okay,
Oh,
okay.
so congratulations, Melissa,
congratulations.
for being on target for 4-quarter Star Consultant. This is so valuable, so valuable.
And I want to thank you all. I want to thank your dedication, Nancy, and everybody that comes on every week. The inspiration that it continues to give, and the ideas. And although I'm slow start, I'm excited, and I keep getting excited, and moving forward. And then thinking of what I'm doing in October, and you all are so inspirational. So I want to tell you thank you.
Oh,
Hey, if you think
well,
you,
Melissa, we love you
oh
already.
my God.
Don't you just love her already? And you can't even.
Yes, and a
Can't
slow
even see her.
start. Are you kidding? That
Yeah,
was a
I was
great
just saying
start.
a slow start. Oh my God. That's not a
And I are
that's
having heart
jumping in.
attacks.
I
All
just
right,
want to keep
so
up
we're
with
already
with
getting
you.
set up for seminar next year with the beginning right now because we are going to party in Dallas, aren't we? Oh my
Oh
God,
yeah.
we are.
Oh,
So, and
yes.
Melissa is coming with me. We are going in person tomorrow evening to do our wrapping. We got our boxes, to do the wrapping. It's going to be streaming in, but there are going to be a bunch of Mary Kay people sitting around with glue guns and scissors and cutting and pasting. And oh my gosh, it's going to
Cool.
be so much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, gonna be good. Mary, I love to hear from you, but now I want to hear from Ruth. Ruth Maple, talk about
Uh,
your awesome week.
my awesome week. Not much happened. I was overwhelmed with some family issues. I couldn't get to a lot of stuff. So family, came first.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was anyway, it's an anticlimax to my Mary Kay weeks compared to what everybody else did. So but I'm making plans to do a couple of tables in the fall.
Oh, I
Later
saw
on.
that. I saw
So,
that. Good for you.
yeah,
Good for you.
and I with my chorus one that I just sent out on my Facebook, I can't do Mary Kay and be the coordinator for it at the same time. It just is too much time. I can't split myself in half. So I'll find another Mary Kay person and get them in there.
All right.
I was
Well,
going to suggest that if you get a partner, since you're involved in whatever you're doing,
Yep,
the chorus, yeah.
absolutely.
And you guys make an agreement, along the way of, if she
Splitting up all the
finds 8
contacts. Yeah,
customers, 4 of yours, 4 of hers or something.
right, right.
Yeah. I mean,
And
because you'll
I don't
have
mind
people.
I don't mind bringing the products and the books and all the samples and stuff like that. I don't mind doing all of that.
Well, that's the work of
or
it.
if the other person wants to do it, that's fine too.
okay, this is when you do makeovers for a performance. Is that what you're talking about?
No. We're doing my chorus is doing a craft fair.
Okay.
And I happen to be one of the coordinators for the craft fair. And I can't do my Mary Kay table and deal with issues with the craft fair.
I'm sorry. That one went over my head.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do you guys ever watch
And
Jeff
I just
Dunham?
sent out the flyer. I just sent out the flyer last night to my Facebook page, and my the rest of the crew is getting all the other stuff out, and it's October 14th for that one. But the other one I'm doing is in November the 4th, I think. That's what is going on. I wondered what that was. I couldn't remember when I was making an appointment with my therapist just before I got here. But anyway, the prospects are good coming up in the next couple of months. So, we'll see what happens. And, I'll get the information out there for Christmas and start rolling on that one.
Okay.
Ruth, you just have to know that you just glow. Your skin is so gorgeous. I mean, and people notice that, honey. Let me tell you. So you have that piece. It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
And
really
I'm still
pretty.
trying to figure out what to do with my eyebrows, because my eyebrows, you can't see them if it doesn't have anything on it. And I'm going, I gotta have some eyebrows. And
Well-
I like the blonde pencil, but they don't make them anymore. The
No,
ones you,
Not
stop
that one.
using that and you go to the tinted brow.
Go to
no, that is so black. I mean, it's so
No, no,
black
no,
and
no, no,
ugly.
no. There's a blonde. There's a dark brunette.
I've used the blonde. I've used the blonde, and it's so, it
I
is darker
find
than
the
the
blonde
pencils.
too dark for me too, honestly.
In the blonde?
The blonde, the only blonde that really works for me is the actual pencil.
Yeah.
And I need to find some of the actual pencil that you actually sharpen it. And they don't, we don't manufacture
we
them
don't
anymore, so I have to go around. But the one that they now have, the mechanical pencil, is much better. But yeah,
That's, I was gonna
I've
ask.
tried the tint, and it's not a tint, it's a color.
Anyway,
Well, the other trick I found to that tint is to wipe off the tip like we used to learn about mascara, you know,
yeah,
and
that's
just
true.
clean
yeah?
clean that tip and then go over the hair of the eyebrow. And I think you're just gonna love it.
Well, I'll give
Don't
that
leave
a
it
try.
clumpy.
Give it a
Try it.
shot.
I'll shut
Yes,
up.
you and
I'll give
actually,
that a try.
you are right, Mary, that when you take the eyebrow tint out of the thing, you really need to clean it off a lot.
Just
Okay.
with a Kleenex and then
Yeah, right.
No, okay. I'll give that a try and see what happens, because I still, I opened one, so it would be a tester for me, but or whatever.
see
All
what I
right,
have?
all right, my girls.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
making-
Mary.
This is like I'm having too much fun.
Um,
Okay, now listen. There are two things I really wanted to go over tonight, and they are not really deep, but I think it's worth spending a little bit of time. One of them is the Star Consultant Program, because you may not know what's happening currently and how the whole thing works. And unfortunately, Beth is really feeling ill tonight, and she's on top of this, and so is actually so is Maggie. But let's see if I can't show you how. Oh, I was doing something. I was looking up something for a customer. Let me go back here. I want if you
This'll
go
help
under
me. Thank you.
contests, and then the Star Consultant Program. Okay. This is what I think what's interesting is once you have reached that 1800 level, okay, you are considered a Star Consultant. Okay, and you're going to get bonus points for at 1800 level. You're going to get 2,000 credits. If it's 1845, I think you're going to get 2,045 credits or something like that. And so this is different from what it used to be. Okay, so you're going to get at least 2,000 credits for a Sapphire Star for the quarter. Okay, now if you go different, wait a minute. Yeah, you're going to get at least those credits, and I think you get additional credits. Oh dear, now I'm not even remembering. When you do 2,400 wholesale, you're going to get 3,000 credits. Okay, that's what the whole point. The higher you go, okay, so I ended up at, Beth ended up at Diamond. No, at Emerald, 3,600. So she got 5,000 credits, and I'll show you in a minute what happens with these credits. I had 4,200. I decided not to go all the way to Pearl. So I had 4,200 something. So I ended up with 5,000, probably 6,000 credits and 6,200 or something like that. Okay. So you've got all these credits, and they're cumulative, and they don't go away. It used to be that you had to pick the prize of the quarter or you'd lose your points. No longer. You get to accumulate points, and you get to accumulate more points if you have, for instance, if you do all 4 quarters of Star Consultant, you're going to get additional points. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so that's kind of like what that's about. Now, if you go to see the prizes, so you can get, there's a flyer, and you can look at that. But more important is you get to choose from thousands of prizes. Okay, come on, log in via Mary Kate. Okay, I'm doing that. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it's happening any minute. There we are. Okay, so the Star Consultant Boutique, you can choose all kinds of things. You could choose luggage. See how you've got credits? 66.84. Okay. So you've got, and you can go to Mary Kay InTouch and it'll tell you how many credits you have. You could get cookware for 10,000 credits. You can get a slow cooker. Okay, so what about Bluetooth speaker? Oops. Okay, I wasn't going to go there. I was going to go Bluetooth speakers, but that's kind of like my thing right now. Jewelries and watches. This is the thing I want the most. I want a Movado watch. Okay. So for 2 years, I've been collecting these points. Okay. I haven't even figured out exactly which one I want, but I think it's like the really expensive one. Okay. So like this one. Let's say I want 45,000 credits. Okay. Now that's going to be a whole lot of credits, but I've got 57,000. I could get this right now. So you can, now what's even more fun is travel. And I know that Maggie and I believe Beth also are working on travel. Okay, you can get travel accessories, but you can get travel vouchers. Okay, there are people going to resorts on their Star Consultant prizes. Okay, so there are so many options. Do you want an umbrella? Only 4,000 credits. You probably could get one right now, but why would you do that? Why not? Why not go for something huge? Huge. Look at the kind of things. Okay, you could get I don't even know what that is. A bike. Oh, a snow
Bike rack.
extender. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a bike rack.
That's also for your skis for the top of your car.
Oh,
Those are thule racks.
oh,
Those are very
I don't know about
expensive.
such things. Okay, well, Beth got herself a tablet. Beth got a tablet with her Star Consultant points. So
Wonderful.
so start hanging around in here. Look at things you could be getting, and choose what you want. Okay, and then it's going to be a combination of your personal team building and your personal wholesale. Handbags, always a big thing. Look at these handbags. Okay, a diaper bag. Well, we don't need those. not with this age group. But anyway, a Coach crossbody, 8,000. So that's my point, is start to really understand this Star Consultant program. And as you really work on doing your 600 every month, because you're going to get the prizes. All right. My order didn't come yet. I just got the prize. Mary, you already got the prize for this.
I did?
for
Oh,
this
yes,
month.
I did. Oh, yeah.
I did. What did I'm trying to remember even what it. Oh, yes. That is going to be, that is a keeper. That's Mary Kay's poem in that really pretty frame. I know. I can't wait to get mine.
I
Okay.
got
I have a
mine.
premonition. You want me to read the poem? It's quick.
Okay, go ahead. Read the poem.
I have a premonition that soars on silver wings. It's a dream of your accomplishments of many wondrous things. I do not know beneath which sky or where your challenge fate. I only know it will be high. I only know it will be great.
She loved that. And that's that statue in the headquarters. And you've seen the statue that has
Yes.
my name by it. My name is permanently in the headquarters. Yes. That was for our 25th, I think it was our 25th anniversary celebration. That was a long time ago. Isn't that something?
Isn't that, I know.
So these are to me, these are standard business women's awards, and that we should always be working towards that. You always are working towards your 600 every month, and you're always working towards Star Consultant, because that's like a basic income producing Mary Kay business. Prior to that, you may not be doing income producing. It doesn't mean you're not doing some business, but it's maybe not reaching the level of income producing. That's just my own personal bias. Ruth, I don't want you to feel bad. Oh, that was kind of like, oh, whatever.
I get it.
But keep focusing on those 600s every month. And I don't know, Ruth, do you remember when I used to take people into the Sofitel out by O'Hare Airport? If they did a 600 in a month, I would take them for breakfast. I figured that out before Mary Kay did. Just saying. Okay, that's the Star Consultant program. Do you have any questions about that? No, okay, that's cool. That's absolutely cool. So what the other thing I really wanted to spend some time on tonight was order of application. Mary brought this up last week. And she was so right, because how many people are using products? So let's just think about, okay, so when you get up in the morning, are you using a cleanser? Okay, start counting. What are you using? You're using a cleanser, okay? Okay. What's the next thing you're putting on your face? What do you guys say? What do you put on? What's the second thing you use? What? Mary?
Well, whatever you want to be more effective with. I need hydration, so I put my little drops that
Okay,
are
so you're
in.
using the hydrating drops for the second thing. Ruth, what's your second thing in the morning?
Second thing, I do the day cream.
You do the day cream. Okay, Melissa, what's your second thing in the morning?
CC cream.
CC cream. Well, you have to have a moisturizer somewhere in there, don't you?
I actually, I use the one, I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, because I'm newer at it.
That's all right.
I do put a layer underneath the CC cream, but you said the second application, so it's the CC cream is the second thing I do.
Okay, let me go, and now I'm going to go share the screen here. Oops, don't you really want to go shopping? Okay, let me go here. We're going to go to products, product central, and go to order of application. Okay, so in the daytime, after the cleanser, do you understand how to use the boosters and the serums that you would put on before the moisturizer? Are these questions you might have, or do you feel like you can tell people about them?
Actually, I have a question. I got the C&E serum, and I'm not sure when I'm supposed to apply that.
That's exactly why we're talking about this tonight. Thank you, Melissa, for leading us into that discussion. That's delightful. Okay, so right after your cleanser, yes, Mary was talking about the skin brightener. Now, I love that skin brightener because it not only brightens the skin, but it's helping to decrease brown spots, which are beginning to show up on my face because I really worked so hard as a youngster to tan. Okay, I never did succeed tanning, but
And I received that same one as well. So please include that in your instructions. Thank you.
okay, so you're using the cleanser. I hope you're using the brush. Okay, the Skin Vigorate brush. I believe everybody should be using that Skin Vigorate brush. It's just totally deep cleans your skin and it stimulates the circulation, gets your day started
Wonderful.
right. Okay, the boosters then. Okay, so the boosters would be you could do several layers. Now there's another great picture here that shows about the boosters. So the brightener you would use right after a cleanser, or the line reducer. Okay.
I think that's what
Now
I'm
remember
using.
that line reducer, Mary, you discovered this when it
I
first
use the
came
line
out.
reducer.
The line reducer will turn brown. It's not bad. It just, once it's exposed to the air, it will turn brown, but you can still use it. Okay.
Yeah, I use the
Okay.
line reducer too. Not every single day, but because
Okay.
I'm trying to see what it does.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, so you got I don't use the line reducer as much, but you want to wait at least a minute, maybe even two, to let it settle in before moving to the next step.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's
All
really
right.
important. So right after that, you might use the hydrator.
Mhm.
Okay. So again, you're going to be, you cleanse, and then you're going to put something on and then wait a minute, and then put something else on and wait a minute, and then get to your antioxidant moisturizer. Okay. So because you want to add that in, then this was for the new product, you would use the Daily Defender with the sunscreen. Okay. If you're using the previous, or whatever you want to call it, skincare set, this would be all one item. It would be your moisturizer with sunscreen. Okay. But the sunscreen goes on after the moisturizer with this particular set. And the last
Melissa,
would be the
With the
iPhone.
repair.
Yes.
Melissa, I think this is such a great tool for you. It's a
Mhm.
great tool for me, and I've been in Mary Kay 100 years. So I look at this stuff and I go, wait a second, what am I supposed to do with this? And what's it going to do for me? So
Yeah.
as you are learning, this is such
Yes.
a great guide. And when Nancy
I'm
was, yeah, go
mhm.
ahead.
I'm
When
soaking
that,
it in. Mhm.
Okay.
okay. And when she
What is
was
a
up here on the
sponge?
chart above,
Okay, yeah.
there was one above this, Nancy. Over on the right-hand side, there was a descriptor that talked about each one of the products, which I think
Oh,
is so valuable.
Right.
If you roll back up, Nancy.
This
uh-huh.
is as high as it goes.
Oh, well, there was some other stuff in the side.
On my screen on the
Oh,
right, it has a description of everything.
yeah, yeah. On us, it's up at one more up.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. This is as
It's
high as mine
okay.
goes.
I mean, I saw that and I went, "Ooh, I like that
Mhm.
idea," because
Mhm.
I can then verbalize it to my customers.
Customers, yeah, exactly.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
So
Sure.
so theoretically, using your, if you use a cleanser and maybe two boosters, now a serum then would be the vitamin C plus E. Okay, that's a serum. A serum is a multifunctional formula that provides skin loving benefits. It's not as focused, it's more of a general, like supplements.
Okay.
Yeah. And personally now I'm using the repair set. So I put after the boosters, I put on the serums. So I've already done with the brush, the cleanser, two boosters, and a serum. So I'm up to 3 items, and then I throw on the moisturizer. That's 4 items. Okay, and now my moisturizer, because I use the repair, has SPF in it, so I'm not adding one more. But if your moisturizer doesn't have SPF, you definitely want to add the SPF. Melissa, this is going to be so good for your cancer care packages. This
I
is
love that. I love this. Yes.
okay. So that's what was I, 5 or 6, and then your eye cream. Okay.
Nancy, your screen is really not good, sweetie. I don't know what happened.
Oh, oh, okay. It's looking fine to me. So I'm glad you're telling me that. I did not know that.
It's
Um,
like split in half. It's like,
Yeah, no, mine's fine.
oh, well, maybe it's mine.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't changed anything, but it doesn't look right.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you because
It
I don't.
says you're viewing Nancy McGurnow's screen. I have a half of the order of application and I have the bottom of something else that has a black mask and it's jumping around.
Yeah, no, that's something else. My screen's
Something
fine.
specific to your computer, I think.
Might
That's
be.
Okay,
very special.
okay.
All right, and I don't want to stop here, but let's look at, okay, nighttime then. What are you doing? Cleanser and exfoliator, okay? So how many options have we got for exfoliators? Okay? You know, you've got the charcoal mask, or you've got the facial peel, which is probably my favorite. But if you want to add another mask, you might be adding on the hydrating gel mask, okay? Or if you want to get
Or the
really
pink clay mask.
the pink clay mask, or what about the other mask, the new the 2-in-1 mask where you squeeze it
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
from one
The
side to the other?
hydrator. But that's a
Um,
hydrator.
yeah, or the deep, oh, I can't even say it now. The deep cleansing mask, the other one that's really more expensive. It's I can't say the name of it, of course. It's part of the repair set. Okay. So you have all these things that you can be doing at night. And it's not like you do them every day. Okay, but remember when we were talking about skin cycling? Okay, if you do a cleanser and then you do an exfoliator, then you might skip the mask and even the boosters and serums and go straight to the moisturizer that evening. Or you might do the exfoliator. I mean, personally, I love that booster that is the resurfacer, and I'll leave that on all night. I think that's just really a cool thing. Okay, who did we just lose? We lost Mary. I don't know if she went away. Okay, she'll be back. But so, or the hydrating mask. So work with different items that you might have, okay? But after the exfoliator and the mask, that's when you leave the boosters on and or the serum. So you can do those C plus E serum, as well as, now we had a tone correcting serum. The other serum I'm thinking about is the lifting serum from the repair set. Okay. And your moisturizer, and then the last thing is always the eye cream. But when we start, as we start using all these little steps, well, they aren't little steps. As we start using every step, we are going to just naturally share this information with our customers, and then they will want to do them too. Okay. So I think it's important that we all develop the habit of doing all this. And this didn't even get to the CC cream or the foundation primer. It didn't get to any of those things yet. Okay.
I
So
like, Nancy, I like it at the bottom underneath that line. It tells you the light pink was used every day or night,
Right.
and then can be the purple, or I think that's purple, can be
Yeah.
used every day if desired, and then you the darker print, red, pink,
2 or 3 times.
used 2 or 3 times per week. I think that's a good guide.
Thank you for pointing that out, because I hadn't read that. Thank you for being on top of it. Excellent. Serious. This is, I would print this up. In fact, you know what would be fun? Start putting this in every customer reorder.
Yes,
That's
Mhm.
very smart.
Yep.
that
Start
is
only a
very
putting it
sheet of
smart.
paper.
in every customer reorder. I print up the bingo and put it in every customer reorder.
Now, how do you do
That's
that?
smart too.
Yes. Well, I throw everything on the Mary Kate Facebook, our unit Facebook group, and it's always on there. So you
Okay.
can, you just save it to your pictures, and then I mean, I use Publisher, you can use Word, you can use something to print it up. If you need help with that, we can do it. So, all right, so this is what you're doing every day, and there's a wonderful one also for the repair set. Okay. Now, here's my question. What additional items are you using? Okay, so after you've done your cleansing and hydrating process, are you using the foundation primer? Are you using the deep wrinkle filler?
I don't like it.
Oh, the deep
I didn't like it. I didn't like how it looked or how it felt.
wrinkle filler?
Yeah.
It is on my upper lip every day.
I don't
Every
have deep
day.
wrinkles. I don't have any deep wrinkles, so I don't put that stuff
Well,
on.
I'll tell you right around my lips, I'm really working on keeping those things. So, but and if you're not, that's, I mean, that's certainly obviously okay. But but know about it, because I mean, I live for that stuff. I really, and I know Maggie has wrinkles in her forehead, and she uses that every day. Okay.
I have a question for you to add to application. The oil modifier.
The oil, the oil mattifier, the oil mattifier.
Mattify. Yes, ma'am.
Very, very good question. Who knows the answer to that? When would you use that?
I would put that down after, probably after one of the supplements.
Okay, after the moisturizer?
Yeah.
Mhm. Although,
Or after you cleanse.
you know what? That's a good question. Because the oil mattifier absorbs excess oil, so you really don't want to use it after moisturizer.
Right. Right.
So I think, Ruth, you're probably right, using it after the boosters or the serum, but before moisturizer. Because
Yeah.
the oil
'Cause the
mattifier,
moisturizer kind of absorbs into the skin and might modify what the oil mattifier is doing.
You know what?
or vice versa.
I would go on Product Central and I would look up oil mattifier and I would see how it behaves and then make a decision on where it would go in the skincare. Because I don't
Okay.
use it. I'm in Arizona. We're all dry as lizards.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I'm in Nevada or Arizona or Utah, in Zion. I have the oiliest forehead.
Interesting. Okay, so we go to
Well, you know,
product.
there's another reason they say we produce the oil. Your skin is dry, so it's trying to make up for the loss of moisture in your skin. So we create oil. So I don't know what you might think
So the
about
oil
that. Or
mattifier, is that a time wise?
Yeah.
It
I think it is. I think it is time wise.
Can't find my glasses, so of
Time-wise.
course I can't see
Sorry,
it.
I got the wrong one.
It
Anyway,
Mm.
Mary's right, and I'm not going to take the time to do this, but Mary's right.
Okay.
Because there's an answer for every single product here, and it probably does explain it. But that is a really good
Okay.
question.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
But
Okay.
the reason the human body seems to make oil is,
Mhm.
if you read about it, is because it is struggling to give the skin enough moisture. So
Right.
it may want you to use not only, the oil mattifier when it's necessary, but in order to decrease your oil and get more normalized for skin, look and see what they recommend for oily or excessively oily T-zone or something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. So,
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
we'll have to look that up because that really is a very good question. Okay, so
Okay.
after your cleansing, then you might use the oil mattifier. You might use the deep wrinkle filler. You might use the eye primer, although that's going away. I'm sorry. You might use well, you might use a concealer before or after your foundation. Okay. I've been using it after the foundation, which, by the way, it is suggested that that's a possible replacement for eye primer, using concealer for your, because the eye primer is going away.
Maggie did a good
They're not
demonstration on that
replacing it?
last week.
Yeah. Pardon me?
Said,
So they're not going to replace it?
Not that I know of. The lip primer went away and the eye primer is going away. I pray that the foundation primer doesn't go away. I'm thinking they're having supply chain problems. Because I don't understand why that's all happening, because those are pretty good sellers. But anyway, that's the fact. Okay, so your foundation then. So once you put your foundation on, whatever foundation you've got, now you're using a brush or a sponge or something or other. I use my fingers and then I follow with a brush because I'm
Brush.
using a brush. So that's a good
I
idea.
either use the blending brush or that little heart brush that it's so cute.
Oh
So
yeah, the heart brush is good.
I alternate because I might feel very lovely today or not.
Go Rimco. Go. We just lost Mary again. Okay.
Oh no, Mary.
Come back. So
here I am.
all right. So we're at the foundation. So after the foundation, then what are you doing?
Well, actually, I use the under eye
Under eye
corrector
corrector. Okay,
first,
good.
and then I blend in with the foundation that I use.
And I
Okay.
just put on a little bit of blush and mascara, and then
Okay.
I go out. I don't use a lot of shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, I do shadow, eyeliner, brow. See my brows?
I know your brows are awesome.
And
It's all about
um,
brows.
and then I use a darker color on my jawline. And
A darker color what?
way. A highlighter, one of those
Oh, the contour colors?
the contours, yeah, one of the
Okay.
contours.
Okay, the contour
And
color.
then sometimes I do the highlighter too, a little bit.
Okay.
Just depends on what I see, whose face I see in the mirror. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Okay,
Now,
now I use a cream to powder foundation, a lighter color as my contour. So I'll use it up in this area and in this area, put a little bit here and here. Okay. And now then the cheek color, I like a cream cheek color. We've had those, so I blend that in, put a little bit here because these little puffy things are irritating the heck out of me. So I put them there. And I'm in other words, I like to create this, I like to practice and create this almost every day is how I'm looking, because this is what I'm presenting and this is how I learn how to do it. And it's really not that long. And this is how I teach my customers. So that's all about it. And I do like 5 or 6 eyeshadows every day because that's what I do.
wow.
Well, I know, but I always have.
I would time to have lunch by the time I got all that on me.
Well, that's the
Oh
point. That's the
no.
whole point. it doesn't take that long. And when
Yeah.
because customers will say, they say, I don't have an hour to get up that early in the morning. Well, what if you practice all the time? Then it might take you 10 minutes, and it depends on how involved you get it. Okay, 20 minutes. Is it worth it to you to look like this all day long? Okay, question. Are you using the finishing powder or the translucent powder? All right.
No, just using the finishing spray.
Okay, and that was the other thing. Are you using the finishing spray?
I'm
So
using,
what's the difference? I'm sorry, what's the difference between the finishing spray and the finishing powder?
Okay, who can
Okay.
answer that?
me. The
Okay.
translucent powder is translucent. Therefore, if your customer's on warm, neutral, beige, ivory, doesn't matter. It's all translucent. And what it does is it helps their color to stay present all day. So when they finish, before they do eyes, you'll use your translucent powder. Then they can do their eyes because you don't want that white powdery stuff, coming on top of your mascara or your eyeshadow. So then finish off your eyes and then just lightly spray the finishing spray, and it locks on their color and their finished look for their day. And I have a customer who's crazy about hers now because she would say to me, Mary, I keep losing my color about 3 in the afternoon. She's 83 years old. And I said, well, I think we have a cure. I think we have something you might enjoy. And that's how I have her use it. And she has been using it now about 3 weeks and loves it.
Okay.
Absolutely. The one thing, and then we're going to wrap this up because I have a few slides that I want to share with you. The other thing is the finishing powder, the colored finishing powder.
Oh, okay. There is, but it's not called finishing powder. It's called a translucent is a finishing powder. The other one is called,
I'm trying to remember the name of it. I use it every day. I can't say the name of it, but I do use it.
silky setting powder.
Silky setting powder. Okay. And so, yeah, and I like both. To me, the silky setting powder gives a little bit more of almost an airbrushed look.
Okay.
I like that, but you want to make sure that. But anyway, so I am going to stop at this point because I've got a few slides that I want to go over. I want to just recognize some people and give you some info. Was that helpful
Yes.
to talk through those things? Okay, good. Always good to have that kind of discussion. Okay, let me show you about what's going on in our unit. Right now, we have got, okay, we just did that. Okay, you do know, and I'm not going to spend any time on this, but you do know that we still have till the 30th a discount. People can start their business for just $25. Seriously. And my approach has been, why not? You have an option. You can do more if you want, or you don't have to. Okay. But to get your discount, especially at the holidays, why not just get the $25 e-start? Set up with your ProPay and your website and see where it goes. We could do your training and just have a blast. So I'm trying to make it that simple. Okay. I mean, people do not have to make a lifetime commitment to this. They could just do this from now until the first of the year if they wanted to, and get their Christmas shopping done half price. So I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. Look at this. I am so proud of 5-star consultants. Awesome. But what the whole thing I was pointing out there about the star consultant is Melissa not only did her 1,800, but she got 1,200 additional credit because she had 2 qualified recruits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah. And so did I. No, I only had 1 qualified recruit, which was Melissa, by the way. Yeah, I had some other recruits, but they didn't qualify. I had 2 others, but anyway, so paying attention, if you're going for the points, pay attention to this, okay? Because it's cool. All right, that's why. The gift wrapping workshop is tomorrow night. You don't have to be present. You don't have to get the kit, but if you want the $4.95, you got to get in there like immediately. And I believe, well, in fact, I know that this will be available to you. You can go back and watch it. You can get the kit afterwards, the $29.95 kit if you want it. I've done this sometimes a month later just to learn different kind of wrapping techniques. But Melissa and I are going to be there tomorrow. And then the there are 4 of you, if in fact you did the $4.95, you have an additional Star Consultant workshop on Wednesday, the 27th from 5 to 7 on Zoom. Okay. And there are going to be prizes and additional training. So you're going to get a twofer, you know, for this Friday and then for next Wednesday, in terms of some really, and these girls are so good at training on how to do the workshop. So if you haven't done that, you know, jump in. I mean, even if you can't watch it now, it's probably worth it to get some really great ideas on your wrapping for the holidays. Okay, so there's that. Ta-da!
Yeah, that Nancy, that's for any consultant, right?
This is for any consultant. Yes,
Because it's just the on-demand workshop is for Star Consultants.
Exactly. Thank you for
Okay.
clarifying. Yes, Ruth, you definitely would probably, and you are a crafty girl, you would probably really enjoy at least the $4.95. Okay, to get registered.
And the 5 to 7 p.m. is Las Vegas time.
That is correct. It is Las Vegas time.
And
Yes.
to go in and register like tonight, the $4.95, where do I go? Just to
SparkleCityLV.com.
Okay, thank you.
Sparkle City LV. Make sure to put the LV in there,
Okay.
because I think the other one is a porn site or something horrible like that.
Wait a minute. No.
I'm sorry. I just threw that in as some of the site. But anyway, I want to.
Well, the porn stars need makeup too, you know.
I know that.
Some of them need some training too. Yeah.
Okay, we are going to go there.
I've been practicing my pole dancing, but it's
Okay. Congratulations, girls. We have
Girlfriend, we got to meet.
For our
Girlfriend, we got to meet sometime.
Okay, our 22nd
Nancy, can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat what you just said? I'm sorry.
We have just finished qualifying this week for our 22nd car.
Woo!
And I am going to be handing out these Amazon gift cards. So keep ordering, because for every $1 you order, you're going to get an entry into 2 gift cards, because we did reach our goal. Basically, what I'm looking at is like, so let's go for Cadillac. Let's put our production. All the car qualifications are 6 months, 2 consecutive quarters. So we can start really, and we're going to have the way we're going to achieve Cadillac is increasing the number of sales people have and increasing our number of team members who become qualified. So I'm just saying that's out there. Okay, moving right along. Okay, shoot for the stars. Okay, actually, we already talked about that. Did you know that you get a charm? No one has won the charm so far for your bracelet when you have a new team member, a new at least active with the 225. So go back to that $25 startup. Help people get started for $225. We can help them get work up to the 600 with the Great Start program. Let's find those people. And finally, then remember, I don't know about you, I mail this postcard out to my customers so they receive it the first of the month. And because, and they are working it. I mean, I got like a $300 order, that 93-year-old lady, because she was working this. And another friend of mine, she said, that retinol set, are you kidding? That's such a good deal. So she made sure to order this month because she wanted one of the half off items. I can getting that in the people's hands so they get used to it. I had someone else that just ordered from me, and I said, I rarely hear from her. I said, well, I know she got the postcard. I said, did you want to pick one of the half off items? Because before I fill her order, I will ask her if she wants it. This is changing. This is helping me significantly to do quarter sales again. I'm just saying.
Nancy, where you have this posted, we could make a postcard too.
It's on Mary Kay, our website. not
Oh, our
website,
website,
Oh, your
okay.
I'm
Facebook?
sorry, our Facebook group.
Okay,
I've got tons of stuff on the Facebook. I've
Yep,
got 3
you
different
do.
closing sheets that are available. I just throw stuff in there and you can take it or leave it, but that's where it is.
And
okay.
is it on boards?
Kind of. I need someone to organize my boards. It may or may not be there. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll look at the Facebook page.
I'm looking at my new systems, and I've been really working on getting my new systems going. Okay, a reminder, a full circle party is 5 guests, $500 retail, 2 or more bookings, and a new recruit. Who's going to have the perfect party? Who's going to be the first to have a perfect party? In the
I'd
meantime,
like to try. Yeah, I'd love to do that again.
wouldn't
I
that be
used to
great?
do this. Yep.
I know, me too. But I know it's we're getting back to parties. And
Melissa, get on it, girl.
okay. All right. Moving right along. So far, 7 of us have earned for this month. Barbara Wiley's been with me for 20 years. She's in Mattoon, Illinois. And honest to God, this is the first 600 she's ever done. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's just keep going and see. Maybe your new recruit would start with a 600 and they would also get that. That is a worthwhile gift. Worthwhile
Yes,
gift
it is.
for sure. Now,
It's beautiful.
look at this. Excuse me,
Oh my God.
$1,282 in a week. Maggie is doing some amazing sales. I mean, Beth is doing very well too, but I'm watching Maggie going, holy cow, what the heck? $800 day. And I honestly don't know what she did. I don't know where that came from. So anyway, but let's give some applause to Maggie. Holy cow, holy cow, holy cow.
Maggie and Beth. Woohoo!
Go, Maggie.
Oh, Maggie.
Exactly. Okay, and then selling the 15 items by the 15th. Look at overachiever here, Beth Owen. She is selling items like crazy, like crazy. Suzanne Bellevue, who is our adoptee, and she is this girl is rocking it. She is, if you see, you'll see her on our Facebook group. She's posting a lot of great stuff for us for our unit on our Facebook group. Suzanne is she's an experienced consultant, and she's a retired math teacher. Really lovely, lovely woman that does a lot. So, and as we speak, I'm working with Kim Cavaretta, who is Beth's adopted director. We've talked like 3 times today on the cruise. We're still working on the cruise. I want to open it up so that we can have more people ongoing. So the cruise is not a dead issue. It is still going to be an opportunity. We just need to get it all worked out. So that's what's happening. All right, my beautiful girls, thank you so much for having such a fun evening. You guys just make me laugh, and I look forward to it every week. Have a beautiful week. Keep sharing. Stay focused. That's our thing, focused.
Focus.
And I love you all. Take care.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you too.
See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.